Okay, so yeah, this is what I'm using to be able to reach up to try and put the ceiling in place. But believe you me, it's scary as hell because this, as you can see, isn't fixed. It moves. Quite easily, quite freely. I've had to put a bit underneath there and some underneath here to try thinking it. I've had to put the ladders across that side to try and stop it from moving that way as much as I can because it's thinking. Because believe you me, when I first got up on it, that slid quite a bit and I was literally crapping my pants. What I've done also is the wire I had coming up here, I've actually removed it because it was the live wire, and I've actually threaded under the floor here all the way through underneath here to here, because I'm going to put the light switch in here, and then I've ran the next wire coming back over the same way, then going up over, and you basically, I don't think you can actually see it from here, but it actually is going up here all the way to the top here. You can see it dangling there now. Then I put the other one up, going all the way across, and you can see like a massive amount dangling there because I didn't know how much I'm going to need and where I'm going to put the next thing, so I left a load of it so I can play around and do it. So basically all the electrics is ready now for us to get the lights when I can get them ordered and get them thingied, and also to put a switch here so I can switch them on as I'm coming up the stairs. I'm not sure whether to leave the switch like here or whether to put it this side or that side. So I've left myself enough room to be able to move wires around if I need to. But the chances I'll put it here because as I'm climbing up, I can switch it on as I'm climbing up. But this, oh my God, was that scary. Getting that first bit up there. But as you can see, I've got a gap here that I'm going to have to end up bloody filling. So that's going to end up using up more of these things than I thought I would end up having to, because that's wider than I thought it was. You know what I mean? That's a little bit wider than I thought it was going to be. So that's going to take some doing, and I'm going to have to try and do straight as a cut as I can. But and then I'll do across all the way across there. But that's one of the things that scares me at the minute, because like I say, this here is wobbly as hell, and I've also got to put the ones into here when I'm done. But I've done enough today. It's the Monday now, and obviously my wife's at work down like underneath where I am now, so I'm gonna have to knock it on the head. Plus my knee, after being on here and it wobbling and my knee wobbling with it, is absolutely going ballistic with it right now. So, but I've still got basically like the electrics to do in the back of here. I've bought the nails now ready so I can stick the thing at that side and stick it onto that side. But I'm gonna have to obviously shift all that stuff further towards the middle so I can get it there. So there we go. That's where I'm up to so far. So catch you in the next one. Okay then guys, here we're going. So that's our second coat of paint on. Okay, still not perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than it was with just the first coat on. I mean, a hell of a lot better. I may put pictures up with the first coat, I mean not, it depends on how I feel. But that there is how it's starting to come together. I've got the lights up, they're not on yet, I haven't switched them on, I still haven't put the plug, because the plug's going to go there, so that's still a live wire there, so I haven't switched the electrics off and put the plug on it yet. That's where the plug's going to be, to switch these two lights on. But as you can see, I'm happier with that now. It's looking way better than it was. I may need a third coat on, but I'm not sure yet. I'll wait and see how that dries off when it thoroughly dries out, because like I say, I've literally just finished it. These bottom bits, I possibly won't even bother putting a third coat on, because it seems pretty pointless when it's going to get covered with units anyway. So you're still going to see through the units obviously, but it doesn't need to be perfect black, if you know what I'm saying. It's because you're not going to be able to tell when the unit is up and hiding a lot of that. It'll be the roof really that I'll have to sort of tell whether it's going to need a knock up. But so far, to be perfectly honest, it seems to be starting to dry out a lot less patchy. There's still a few bits where it looks a little bit dodgy, well, I might have to go over it a little bit more, but we'll see, because like I say, well, it'll depend really. Mostly when I get these lights on. If I get these lights on and that's shining like brightly and it'll show up things, then I'll see how it looks then. But for now, this is where I'm at. This is how it's coming along. I'm a lot happier now. Just gotta basically finish off. The plugs are now all wired up. They're just not wired in down into the actual socket downstairs, like in Wallace's office. So I still need to do that. I do have a cable over in that far end there for the internet. That's over there, so I just need to again plug that in into a thingy down in the office. I was thinking about doing those black, but Wallace says it might be just far too much. It was like far too dark in here, so maybe just leave them as 2 feature walls. It's just gonna look strange, I think, when I've got units across here and you can see brickwork behind, but I'll see how it goes. When I think if I need to, I can pull them out for a bit and do. But for now, that's where I'm at. I've been on this. It took us a few days because obviously I can't do too much, but literally the second coat I've went from one end right the way through to the other, basically doing it in segments. So I've done like sort of the roof in the first thing, then come down and done that bit all the way to the floor, same this side. I just kept on working across till I'm getting right to the very end, and now it's done. I'm tired, my shoulders aching like crazy, so I'm not on the head for the night, and then see what it's like next time I come up and have a look when it's thoroughly dried out. But there we go, guys, I'm happy. It's looking good, it's looking better, and I think it's going to look absolutely wicked when I'm all done. So catch you in the next one.
So what I believe you were trying to say is thank you.
Thank you?
You're welcome.
What? No. I didn't. I wasn't. Why would I ever say that? I mean,